There is a big correlation between everything coming right in a business and everything coming right in a wine. But to talk about vintage years, to talk about Penfolds vintage years, to talk about my vintage years, relate the two, and to talk about becoming number one. If we come back to the attributes, I really do think it starts with that ambition. The ambition to do something special, the ambition to just be better tomorrow than you were today, to do something different, to improve, to grow. And even as that young child that was bullied on the playground at 8 years old, at the same time there became, and I don't know where it came from, and it's a very precocious vision I had of myself, but I had a vision of myself being an adult, driving around in a chauffeur-driven Rolls Royce and giving out £5 notes to people that were less well off. You know, Christ, £5 note, I didn't know what one was in those days, but that's what I saw. Very precocious, very strange, very out of the ordinary vision, I think, for an 8-year-old to have. But it was there, and it lived with me forever. And, you know, that ambition never, ever waned or went away. And even when I started growing Caudwell Group, we had the most horrendous year in 1991. I grew the business from virtually no turnover to 13 million in the space of 2 years. I had no management, I had no infrastructure. We were trying to ship phones all around Britain. And a typical scenario when I came into the office in the morning would be that if the orders we'd shipped out, you would have no phones, you would have twice as many as you should have had, and you would have 4 less. Everything was a complete disaster. So much so that I took the decision that year that what I was really going to have to do was consolidate the business. Try and protect the profitability, because we were profitable, amazingly enough. Try and protect the profitability, consolidate the business, and just purely get an infrastructure that would take us forward. But while I told the management team that I also came up for my vision with the future. And my vision for the future, even in that chaos, and I've only quoted one example of chaos, it was a complete mess. My vision came out as being a £250 million turnover by the year 2000, which was 8 years later. They thought that I'd got rocks in my head. They thought it was just preposterous. But I had to have a positive vision to complement the negative message of consolidation. But you know, with the ambition, and I was in a growth market, so that helped without doubt, but with the ambition and the dedication, the passion, we got that business to that £250 million turnover 3 years early. Now, the other factors that are really important is drive. The drive just to work long hours at high intensity. The passion that starts there and goes into your stomach and radiates through your hands and your nerve endings. The passion to win, the passion to succeed. Of course, you can have all of those three, but if you don't have resilience, if your body's not resilient, your mind's not resilient to cope with all the stresses and the pressure, that is another potential weakness. Commercial intellect, my 5th attribute, it's difficult to define, but it is undoubtedly a ferociously powerful form of intellect. It's the ability to spot the angles, to spot the opportunities, to really change the whole dynamics of a deal or a business in order to enhance that business profitability. And if you've got those 5 attributes, you can always be successful building a business. But it will be limited where the 6th absolutely critical attribute, and that is, of course, leadership. Leadership is all about being able to build a team who will embrace change, not resist it, who are well rewarded and loyal. A team who are excited by growth, not frightened of it. A team who are motivated by success. A team who will help grow your business and make every year a vintage year en route to becoming number 1. That is the crucial final attribute